is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for November 2nd, which is Monday. And we have an event that I'm going to break down in signs. So you're going to want to listen to your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. You can even listen to your Venus sign in this one since it applies to Venus, which Venus rules love. So, this is really a beautiful event. I don't see a ton of negative energy in here for just about the majority of the signs. You're going to find that this will put the passion back into your life. This will make you get very, very intensely aware of the relationships, partnerships, and unions that you do have in your life. This will make you aware of the creative endeavors and how you want to pursue them. This is a great time to think about beautifying your appearance. This event has a lot to say, so stay tuned and I'll get started on how this particular event will affect you. Aries, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus in Virgo, conjunct, aligning exactly in 24 degrees with Mars in Virgo. So Mars, your ruler, is actually involved in this event. So you are a key player. This will speak to you, especially you and Libra and Taurus, I think, are the main players in this, or anybody with Venuses in their Venus sign in these signs will absolutely be highly impacted during this event. And for you, during this time, Mars is going to align with Venus in 24 degrees, and Jupiter is also going to be conjunct with this event. So whatever Jupiter touches, it expands, right? And all of this energy is sitting in Virgo energy. So I kind of want to talk about what that means for you. Now, this is combining a very masculine energy and a very feminine energy. And so I think it's the best of both worlds. It makes you think about love on a primal level, but it also makes you think about how you want this love in your life, these unions, these partnerships, to appeal to you deeply. And so you are going to probably be very interested in pleasure seeking. You're going to be very interested in romantic endeavors. This will definitely put the passion back into your day, into your life, into this month, pretty much. But you're going to be very practical about all of these areas. Now, this isn't the normal Aries where you just go headstrong and gung-ho and you have no holds bar. You are going to have probably a much more conservative and very passive-aggressive approach to anything that you move forward with. This could have to do with some very deep issues with self-love. If some of you aren't in unions and aren't in passionate romances or don't have anybody that you're very passionate about, perhaps you have been working on yourself, and so this has to do with self-love. This is your planet, and so this is your ruler, and so many of you may be feeling like it's time for a new beginning. It's a time for a new start, for you to maybe get what you want. Maybe you've been single for a while, and maybe you're trying to break free from the constraints of using being single as a coping method, as a way to distract yourself from getting what you want. Some people will hide in the times that they take to themselves, and maybe that has been used. So Jupiter is going to go in and expand these issues and expand your need for love, expand your need for a passionate union with somebody. It's time to leave behind the past. and the lessons from the past. You know, November is going to be a big month for moving forward and with new energy, new hope. And so you're going to want to leave that behind. Even if there was an injustice in your past that has maybe prevented you from finding balance in relationships, if you initiate now, you know, there's no better energy to bring back the need or the desire for a relationship, but you will approach it with a very practical, a very energetically aligned approach. You know, it doesn't hurt to go slow in this energy. We are at a combustible point in this energy where Jupiter wants to go in and open your heart to new things and transform your personal situation. If you have been having problems in love and it has to do with your coping methods, then you may have to evaluate a new way of looking at these coping methods moving forward, because it may be actually hindering your relationship, and you don't want that. So this is definitely an energy to align with, to get what you want, to put passion back into maybe a floundering relationship, or to take a look at that relationship realistically. And if it is not serving you, if it is not in alignment with what you hope for your future or your dreams, or maybe it has been preventing you from making a decision, then I think this is the time to really take a look at your closest partnerships and really evaluate them, because you can be this energy is very critical, but critical in a good way. We're in a very high vibration with this energy right now. You know, there's not a lot of quincunxes in this energy unless you're being unrealistic. If you're being unrealistic about a relationship, then you're going to experience probably a little bit of an awakening in the fact that you need to do something about it, because Jupiter's going to go in and expand that issue. But I think, honestly, if you are willing to open yourself up, critically analyze this relationship, release it if it is not giving you the power that or giving you the love or the passion that you completely deserve at this point in your life, you're going to have to let it go and have new hopes and new motivation moving forward. I love this energy. It's such a high to talk about. I'm really loving that I'm aligning with it today. I'm very excited for you. I see very, very good things for you. Thank you so much for tuning into Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Taurus, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus aligning with Mars in Virgo in 24 degrees. So you are a big player in this. Anybody who's ruled by Mars and Venus are huge players in this. This is especially speaking to you. The universe is wanting to give you a very specific message. Now, when I felt you, I felt that there has been some sort of turmoil or some feeling of needing to be released from a burden. I think you are weighing things out right now, and you are working very hard you are in analysis paralysis. I think there's a lot on your mind, and you have a lot of information to think about. And when you get like this, you don't make any decisions until you're absolutely certain that moving forward can generate a good outcome for you, you know. So I think you deeply energetically feel that there is transformation coming, and that a big change is inevitable in your life. It's a big one. I think what is difficult for you is that, okay, so your ruler, Venus, is going to be aligned with Mars. It's going to be conjunct with Jupiter and opposing Chiron in Pisces. Anytime I see an energy ruling planet opposing your specific ruler, it makes me think that there's a wound or there's something that you need to heal from. And the opposition is a conversation with the wounded healer, Chiron, and it is asking you what you really deeply want and desire. Now, we're not talking, now, understand this needs to be something that gives you deep pleasure. It is, you desire this on all of your senses. You're a very sensitive, loving soul who really honestly needs it to be about passion, love, and desire in your life. It's a huge motivator for you. If you are in a bond or a relationship with somebody that you don't feel extremely passionate about, or you feel that you may have fell out of love with this person, or that you feel like you just can't get along, there's a lot of turmoil and fighting and indecisiveness. If you feel like you're more indecisive about the relationship than you are wanting to move forward, then I think the energies are starting to come to a head, and Chiron is asking you a really tough question during this event, and that is, this person that you're trying to align with, is it somebody that you can see yourself with for the rest of your life? Is this partnership a beneficial partnership? Does it generate good, solid mental well-being, physical well-being? Do they promote positivity in your life? You know, November is about putting positivity back into your life. It is about generating a new outcome. It's about evolving. It's about making sure that you feel something again, that you get. We went through a lot of turmoil, and we went through a lot of trials, and we went through a lot of asking us tough questions. This is a very intimate and deeply personal journey for you, and so I think, you know, this is combining masculine energy with feminine energy and asking you to start critically analyzing and making some decisions about moving forward, about being passionate enough to move forward. I feel deeply that you are not, you're not passionate about it because I think there's so much that you still need to resolve. There are things you need to think about. There are things that are weighing on your mind. And I think that you need to have probably a tough conversation with somebody for you to release a lot of this stuff I see that's on your mind and on your plate that you're dealing with. I see that you're deeply, I see a lot of turmoil. I see a lot of internal you will lose something either way. I mean, it looks like if you move forward, you're going to lose something. So you're looking back, and you don't want to make this forward movement just yet because you're not sure if you want to lose what you have. And I think it's like you don't feel like you have all of the information that's needed to make a really good, solid decision that is going to generate good mental well-being for you moving forward. And so I think I want to say, anytime energies get above 17 degrees, these are aligning. Jupiter's expanding. There's a need to resolve this internally. You're starting to feel anxious and motivated to make a change, and you're starting to feel like it's actually not an option to be indecisive anymore. It's about feeling the desire in this energy and wanting the outcome, the desirable outcome that you, I think, deep down want. It could be another person, and you have to walk away from a person that you're with to find some emotional fulfillment, to transform your life, to move ahead, but you're just not quite there. But I want to say that the energy is beautiful. Chiron is asking you to go in and really ask yourself some super tough questions about if you're going to move forward, if you're going to make this big change in your life, if you're going to align yourself with all of this energy. I guess at this point is, who are you aligning it with? And what are you motivated by? And I don't think this is pleasure seeking for you. I think this has to do with the most intimate, deepest desire that is probably something you've had to keep hidden, or you felt very secretive about up till now. And if you bring out all of this information, I think you feel like it is not going to be well received, and you're going to lose everything, and you're going to have to leave something behind to move ahead. Look, there is so much energy moving forward in November and moving forward in the months ahead for us to start making powerful changes in our lives. This isn't about loss. I mean, I think initially yours is you fear losing something or leaving something behind, or maybe a coping method is you feel guilt. Whatever it is, there's something to do with guilt. Maybe you had a hand in your situation. If you leave now, or maybe you feel like you need to give it one more try, even though I don't think you have faith that it'll happen. I think you feel like it's worth a shot. I mean, your reading is pretty heavy for me, but I think it's beautiful. I think that nothing bad could happen from energy when it's in a line with Jupiter, and Mars and Venus are all in a line, asking you to please yourself. Put love back in your life. Put passion back in your life. Align yourself with feeling ultimate pleasure and satisfaction and happiness, and feeling and releasing yourself from the guilt and the burdens that I see in here. And I think, honey, most of that has been because I think you idealized something that was never meant to be. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Gemini, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus aligning with Mars and Virgo in 24 degrees. Now, at the same time, Jupiter is in conjunct with this event, and this event is also opposing Chiron in Pisces. So, for you, your ruler during this event is Mercury, and Mercury is going to be in Scorpio, and it is going to be squaring off with the moon in Leo. It's going to be conjunct with the sun in Scorpio, and it's going to be trining Neptune in Pisces. Let's talk a little bit about Mercury and Scorpio going to be conjunct the sun in Scorpio. So to me, there's a transformation that's needing to happen that I think is deeply internal, deeply intimate. This goes down to the depths of who you are, and it resides like deep, deep, deep within. And normally this has to do with an emotional intensity that I think intuitively that you desire. This has a lot to do with desire. And anytime you get Mars playing in this scenario, it has to do with desire. Anytime you get Venus in this scenario, it has to do with love, partnerships, unions. And anytime that you get Virgo energy in here, all being expanded and pushed to the limit and awakened by Jupiter, I think what the awakening that lies with you is something that is from deep within. And this is something that you're keeping to yourself. A very, very deep desire. And in this energy, it is going to be very difficult for you to deny that you want this passion, this deep desire, this yearning that comes from within. In this energy, you can feel like you need to keep a secret or hide a secret because if the information comes out, I do think that for some of you, this will start to unravel a partnership, possibly. I think if you are trying to keep the peace and trying to suppress this deep desire that you have within yourself, I think that is highly possible in this energy because your ruler is trining Neptune and Pisces. So I do believe that that you just want to enjoy the present moment, even though you're feeling like you're expanding on the inside. And I think much of this brewing and much of this stuff is deeply internal, and it is a private process, and it is something that I think that you need to figure out. There's something in your life that I don't think that you're altogether moving forward with, that you're altogether going to be satisfied with. But I think you are having some self-worth issues possibly. And so I think what you're trying to do is figure this all out. And doing that has been a challenge for you. And I think that that's why your ruler is, well, let's just put it this way. The moon, which rules your emotional state, which is in Leo, is squaring off with Mercury and the sun, both conjunct. So Mercury is the messenger, right? The sun is your core, what is deeply resonates within, down to your just ultimate soul. And then you have the moon, which is your emotional desire. So we have a lot of desire, and we have a lot of passion, and we have needs and wants that I think we're wanting to be met. And I love that we're having all this brewing. Anytime that you have Scorpio energy brewing, it can brew deep. It can brew and pull out things that I think sometimes you're not ultimately aware of. And that could also be some of why you may want to train some of this energy out, because what's revealed, what the messenger, your messenger, reveals to you is that there's something from deep within that you have not, I don't think, completely contemplated. And so you need to get on board on all levels. Now we're talking about on levels of heart, soul, desire. All of this stuff perpetuates our need to move forward. But I think that there is a fear associated with this. And I think you want to just move forward, and you want to be headstrong in the energies right now. And I just think you I'm going to say that November is a month of transformation for you. And it is a month that that relationship dynamics are going to change for you, and that for the better, by the way. But that you need to rely on your intuition. See, what Scorpio energy does when it's in your ruler, right? And it's aligned with your sun, your authentic purpose, is it pulls out these intuitive desires from inside of yourself. And if you were smart, you would use those as guides for where you are to move forward. Now, I want you to understand that you need to separate whether or not it's fear that's motivating you, or whether it's love, desire, passion, and ultimate success that's fueling this forward movement. Because I believe that you are going to change. Things are going to change dramatically moving forward, and it's going to change dramatically moving forward in November. I know I haven't put out my readings yet, but I'm going to. Just understand that if it were me and I had energy like this, I actually have a Gemini rising. So Gemini energy is does speak to me. You will not. Logic is important, but desire is more important in this energy. What is being expanded by Jupiter is the deepest desires. To me, you have some very big changes to make and some very big decisions, and I want you to rely on gut instinct. I want you to rely on your intuitive abilities and I want you to use information like you always do as a guide, but I say use gut more, because there's definitely something intensely brewing, and if you feel it, if this applies to you and you feel a brewing, you need to figure out what that is, because there lies the message in this event. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Cancers, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus aligning with Mars in Virgo. At the same time that it's doing this, all in 24 degrees, Jupiter is going to be conjunct, and the wounded healer Chiron is going to be opposing this event. So there is a lot of information that you need to, I think, be aware of. So let's talk about what this means for you. Now, during this event, the moon is going to be in Leo. So this is in heart. And the moon in Leo is going to be squaring off with the sun in Scorpio and squaring off with Mercury in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio and Mercury in Scorpio are going to be conjunct during this event. We have a lot of energies like pushing other energies and adding extra power to these conversations that the universe are trying to have with you. Mercury is the messenger, and the messenger is in very intense Scorpio energy. And so you will find that because you are such an intuitive sign, that energetically your vibration, I think whatever vibration that you tune into during this event is going to be very specific for your personal journey. This event is, Saturn's in a wonderful mood, so I don't want to say that this is about the past. And even if it is past related, it is definitely a current affair. We're dealing with current issues, and we're looking at our lives, and I think we're trying to figure out from a heart-based level, right? And Venus is a heart-based energy. It's pleasure, it's happiness, it's partnerships, it's harmony, it's love. So all of this stuff is going to be happening for you in the third house, which to me, when I see the third house activated, and then I see Mercury, the ruler of this house normally, when it's squaring off with the all of these energies, your heart and your emotional well-being and your authentic desires, needs, wants, soul-based desires, I think that there's a special message for you guys in this event. And this is about, I think, aligning your emotional desires and with your core-based needs and wants. I know that for me, often what I deeply desire, I often put off. I want it to be okay with everybody. I want it to be something that I do for lots of people. So sometimes I will put aside my core needs in order to make others happy. If you have a tendency to do that because you're a very nurturing energy, and so sometimes putting aside your ultimate needs for family and for significant relationships in your life, I think that that's not really going to be an option moving forward. You've got this energy is a combustible energy. It's an awareness, it's an awakening, it's a message that you need all of your needs met all of the time. That you can't compartmentalize other people's needs before yours. And so you need to be having conversations with others about how much work you're putting in to making everybody happy. And I think at some point, often at the expense of yourself, you feel stress and anxiety and you feel burdened, but yet you feel compelled to make others genuinely happy. So there's an intense emotional desire that's going to be activated during this event. And it is going to be impossible for you not to feel this energy propelling you to make some powerful changes in your life that will ask you very specific questions, and you are to receive a very special message. I think that you're going to want to make some changes and step away from some of the fears that you have. I see fear a lot deep within inside of your reading. The funny thing is this isn't anything new. You've had the power to do this for quite some time, but I really just believe that it's you that stands in your own way from releasing you from this. There's a lot of beautiful things to say about this, because when we get this much desire, and the desire goes so deep as this does, it's a special incentive for you to change some of your outcomes. And I want to say that, maybe this is with children. Maybe you've been having a hard time walking away from either an issue where you're working hard to support family and take care of everybody, and at the expense of maybe being ultimately happy around your home or around the ones that you nurture, or even some of your most significant relationships. I think that balance needs to be attained, and it should be a central focus for you. I think you need to be, I want you to tap into the all this water energy. There's a lot of water energy, in this event, because we have our sun in Scorpio. And so that ultimately makes us really dive deep within inside of ourselves and ask us the very critical questions about what we hide from ourselves, our desires, our wants, our needs, our emotional commitment to these needs and wants and desires. So there's a very specific message. It's a beautiful, beautiful time. I do want to say that, Chiron, the wounded healer, wants to go in and take care of these issues. But here's the problem. Some of this stuff lies really so deep that I think, because this is all Scorpio energy, that I think it could generate a little bit of fear or a little bit of imbalance between your sun and the moon during this event. This is just bubbling up enough negative energy to make you want a positive outcome. So, this is definitely not a negative energy event for you, but I think that you, above most all signs, avoid pain like the plague and deeply fear it. And so I think for you, there has to be a certain amount of fear associated or pain associated with all this intense energy that's brewing and expanding these. And maybe I don't feel like, normally when I say the messenger, I want to say that you're going to have a conversation, but this isn't that kind of conversation. This is a spiritual conversation. This is a conversation with Spirit telling you intuitively what this particularly was about for you and your energy source. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Leos, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus aligning with Mars in 24 degrees while conjuncting Jupiter, while opposing Chiron. So there's a lot of energy. Oh, and the moon is in Leo for this event. So there's an exceptional amount of Leo energy in this event. So let's talk about where this lies for you. For you, this is in your second house. Second house rules what you value, how others value you. And so I think for you, this message is about either the partnerships in your life, if you feel that they value you, or if it is about self, how you value yourself. And the reason I say this is because the sun is in Scorpio and it is brewing this stuff from deep within. This is Scorpio energy dives deep into your core and pulls out whatever's going on in the astrological event. Okay, let's put it this way. The sun in Scorpio is going to square off with the moon in Leo. So we have two very intense energies, right? Really energizing a response within you. And this response will make you a very intense person. And when you get intense like this, if your sun and your emotional levels aren't aligned, you can tend to be a bit dramatic. And I want to say that because we have Jupiter expanding this event, and we've got Venus and Mars in here, so we've got heart, and we've got passion, and we've got the planet of war involved in this, and we've got Jupiter expanding the situation. This can go one of two ways. It can either go where you are feeling good, right? You're feeling good about the work that you've been putting into yourself, work that you've been putting into creative endeavors, partnerships that you've been doing, and basically you've been working really hard to change some outcomes. And so I think for many of you, you may feel a need for some recognition for that. Now, you're going to feel very passionate and very intuitive with this energy. This is your moon, this energy is in Leo. So there's a lot of Venus energy, and Leo energy and Mars asking you to, I want to say, maintain personal power in whatever situation it is. This to me feels like a lovely reading for you. I feel like you're completely aligned. I feel like you know the value that you have to give others. I feel like you are at peace with where you are at energetically. I believe that if somebody goes to challenge you today, because maybe they're having something challenging them, and so they can shift that energy onto you. And this invokes your, a heart-based reaction, and it'll promote, a very emotional reaction from you. You may be somewhat combative about it. If somebody starts to talk to you about some changes either that you are making or that you have made, you may be combative about it because they may not see what you see about, and this could have to do with the partnership. Maybe you are picking a partner that ideally somebody doesn't agree with, and so maybe you will, and you're working on a floundering relationship, and you've been critically analyzing it, and you think that this deserves a shot, and so you may have to have conversations with others that aren't exactly wonderful about this, but you deeply, intuitively feel like you just almost can't leave this behind. Like, yeah, moving forward should be your stand, but I believe that you're willing to fight for something and move forward with something and and to change something. But I think before you can move forward, I think you're going to have a pretty dramatic and tough conversation about it. Because I think there's something in your life that you value, or someone in your life that you value, that you're going to have to fight for. And you've been doing a lot of thinking about this, and there's been a lot of forgiveness. You have enough personal strength, I think, to take on this role. If this is a creative endeavor, and for some of you this may be a creative endeavor, something that's all heart for you, something that you have been working on for a really long time, and moving forward right now feels good, and maybe somebody doesn't think that's a foolhardy decision, I would go with your gut instincts. You are aligning all this fire and fixed energy to move forward. And if it's something that honestly you feel that you need to do, then you're going to be pretty fearless, and you're going to be pretty defensive about it, and you're not going to be objective. You're not going to have a warm and cozy conversation about this, because this is desire, and goes into your soul, and this is about passion and a yearning, and it's very hard to detract people when they're feeling this aligned, because the sun in Scorpio is going to be sextiling Pluto and Capricorn. So for you, you're feeling pretty aligned. You're feeling like move forward energy is definitely the way that you've got to go. And there's so much combustible energy asking you to just do it, that it's going to be almost impossible for you not to. Beautiful energy, beautiful day for you. I love it. Anytime I see a Leo get charged up and they're just really living authentic and, you know, they're being their bigger and larger than life themselves, and they've got all of this energy. It's almost like you're a kite and you know, all of this energy is blowing you to fly forward. And you know, if you have to have a tough conversation with somebody about this to get what you want, I would say just still follow your instincts because you're dead on. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Virgos, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus in Virgo and Mars in Virgo aligning in 24 degrees. And at the same time, those energies are going to be conjunct with Jupiter and going to be opposing Chiron. Now, oh, we got one more, and we've got other energy. We've got the Sun in Scorpio in conjunct with Mercury, your ruler, in Scorpio. So let's talk about your ruler's energy because it's pretty incredible. So you have a lot of intense emotional connection to this event. This is about love. This is about heart. For you, all of this stuff is going to be happening in your first house. Now, when this stuff happens in your first house, this really speaks energetically to you. This speaks about what you want deeply, right? How you want to align yourself with. And you know, to me, love is a very important thing in your life. Companionship, being valued, experiencing pleasure is starting to become the more forefront of your life. You've been working hard at outcomes, right? You've had a lot of energy asking you to take a look at how you're dispersing your energy, where you're dispersing your energy. Are you being valued in those areas that you're dispersing this energy? And are you feeling some fulfillment from doing that? And if you're not, then you are being guided to make different choices during all of these little events. And as we're moving forward in November, it's just going to get prettier. It's just going to get a lot more motivating to get you some outcomes that you really deeply desire. We're talking about the Sun in Scorpio and Mercury in Scorpio aligning. This is about putting the heart back into your life and the passion back into your life. And this is about, yes, healthy coping routines and healthy work routines. But it's also about expanding the need to feel energetically appreciated by others, and for you to, I guess, get some recognition. So I believe that you deserve some recognition, and you may have even got some recognition recently that is starting to make you feel a little bit better about yourself. And there are some decisions that you need to make. As far as, to me, this has to do with work. That's the way I feel it. It's very work-based, where I think you're feeling some alignment, or where you need to make the decision is definitely at work. But and so I think you're in that mode where you're kind of pondering like what you deeply desire and how you intend to get it. I honestly think that you're starting to feel better about your situation. But there is something that is looming that is very heart-based and very and is desired on just one of your most core-based levels that I think that you need to kind of figure out. So for you, I think this is about fighting for what you want and really, really moving forward with like Leo heart and Leo vigor and Scorpio passion, right? And you've got Jupiter and Mars and you've got Jupiter, Mars, and Venus all aligning, asking you to start, I think, feeling energetically better about your life. And, you know, I don't want you to just dismiss the fact that there are desires that burn so deep from within that for pleasure. I think what you need is a lot more pleasure in your life, a lot more emotional fulfillment, and some recognition for what you're doing. But I think you need to take a look at all aspects of life and see if they're all aligning. It can't just be, oh, I'm really, really having a great work life, but my home life sucks. Or, you know, maybe financially, I've been working really hard and I've been saving, so I'm unwilling to go and do something that will make me feel better, like go off and go on a trip or go, you know, and reap some of the rewards that you deeply deserve, because I think you feel like if you do that, then that's taking away from, like, I don't know, maybe a savings account, or maybe from a specific goal that you were setting up. But I want to say, move away from that thought process. Align with the fact that you deserve to have some pleasurable experiences. And even though I think you're getting on track with that and you're sleeping good, I really honestly believe that there's just still something else that you need to strive for. That is all this. You need to strive for pleasure, heart-based stuff, happiness. You need to work toward goals that feed you. And then I think once you start doing that, I think that if some of you that are the single Virgos out there, I think that's actually where you might find some love, right? Where you might find that person that you want to have a romantic commitment with. If some of you have been working really hard and you've been trying to have some outcomes and you're getting to the point in your life, maybe taking a trip, maybe going off and having some fun, maybe doing something that is a pleasure-based thing, it's going to put the fire back into everything. I mean, this is about putting fire, passion, heart back into your life. There is so much energy. So much good energy coming to support all of this. So it's not like you're going to pay if you dip into savings and go do something fun and outside of your conservative character. Like, this is about moving away from this. This is because we're going to start moving into energy that is very heart-based and pleasure-based, and it's going to be asking you to really take a look at what you deeply, deeply desire. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Libra. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Venus in Virgo, aligning with Mars in Virgo, and they are conjunct Jupiter, and they are opposing Chiron in Pisces. Also during this event, we have the moon in Scorpio is going to be conjunct with Mercury in Scorpio. And so we have a lot going on. Okay, so for you, this is about aligning what you deeply want, what your heart-based desires are, your partnerships, your unions, aligning with what you passionately and deeply want from these outcomes. And then Jupiter's going to go in and expand the outcome that you see or that you hope to see. So for you, I think what I think is predominant in this energy, first of all, it's a lovely energy. You know, even though your ruler is in a debilitated energy, and so I think that that's why I feel some of this energy just a teeny bit off for you, because Now, don't worry, because very quickly, very soon, you know, Venus, your ruler, is going to go into Libra, and you're going to feel a lot more aligned than you have been just recently. But I believe that I really believe that I'm feeling like you're doing well, that you're moving forward. You're moving forward, but I feel like in order that, it's like when you're moving forward, it's like there's something that I think that you are omitting from yourself, or intentionally leaving behind, or that you are not truthful to yourself about what you wish you had. This is a very heart-based thing. This is something that I feel like you have to give up. And if you have a tough conversation with somebody about what you deeply desire, I feel like you feel like it's not going to be well received, so you're withholding that information. It's not like you're being secretive. It's that you're unsure of how to approach the subject, because this person is not the easiest person to talk to when it comes to your emotional desires, wants, hopes, dreams for moving forward. And I really believe that it strains you internally, even though I want to say that I see you probably, you're holding back. And I want to say that the passion that you feel for where you're at, like, you know, if you were in a perfect situation, this event could go in and expand all of that, and you could receive a wonderful awakening in this energy, and then you could start to rebuild some emotional commitments with somebody that I think had been on rocky ground. But this person is hard to talk to, and I feel that if you bring this emotional situation to them and say, this is what I need, I think that you're feeling highly motivated to do this because of all of this Virgo energy, and you're feeling compelled to do this at this point, but that you know that you're going to get some sort of a kickback, and it's really hard for you because you want to always stay diplomatic, and you want to think of other people, and you always want to do the right thing. And I think at the point where you compromise yourself, so I think this is about turning a situation around. Definitely heart-based, definitely has something to do with love, definitely Venus-based, I feel. And you need to talk about this emotional situation. You need to talk about the fact that you don't want to leave this something behind, you know, or maybe there's a yearning that you need to talk about, something that you want fulfilled in your life. And this is a wound. This is something that hurts, I think, deep down. This is something that you are giving up for love, or for a union, or for a partnership. And it is something you value deeply. And it's something that you hold deep within your heart, and you I think you need to talk about it. Whatever this is, I think you just need to talk about it. You know, there's such wildly beautiful, supportive energy. And I know this person must be hard to talk to, because I see this person as very closed off. But I'm also thinking that, you know, you're going to have to be as... I don't want you to approach the situation with emotion, because I think that that would aggravate this person who I think has shut off many of their emotions as a protective method. They hold them deep within. This could be that you are connected to somebody who has been so emotionally damaged that I think that they are holding back emotionally, and you desire more of an emotion-based connection with this person, more passion, more love, more heart, more soul, but you feel like they're holding it they're keeping their emotions very tight to them. So for some of you, this could mean that this person had a big heartbreak, or this could also mean you could be this person. You could be this person that's holding back and withdrawn, and you need to make a decision. And somebody's coming to you, promising you the moon, and you can't let go of your heart enough because of past pain or past. And I think that that's why Chiron is in here, really bubbling this stuff up. Understand that anytime we've got some energy like this, Mercury, and we've got the messenger, Mercury is the messenger, and then we've got the sun, which is your core, your burning, your inner desire. It's that fire that's always burning deep down. It's all bubbling all of this stuff up for Chiron, the wounded healer, to come in and really heal this situation. Or at least work its magic and let you know that it exists and it's an area that needs to be addressed. This is a beautiful energy. I'm very thankful for this energy. Chiron is supporting. It is sextiling the sun in Scorpio, and it is sextiling Pluto. So all of this stuff will give you strength and power and internal determination to take care of this issue that is holding you back. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event.